Today we're going to make xiaolongbao. It's a type of steamed bun with soup in it. Another translation is soup dumplings. Here are the ingredients we need. For the filling, we have pork mince, corn-fed chicken, and pork skin from pork belly. We use ginger, spring onion, and the spices to season it. For the dough, we're using 00 pasta flour. The corn-fed chicken here is for the chicken stock, and pork skin will provide gelatin, so we can make really tasty meat jelly. However, if you wouldn't be bothered to make chicken stock for hours, you can just buy it from supermarket. It's the same for the gelatin, you can just buy it from home baking aisle. I've tried to use plain flour, very strong bread flour, and pasta flour for the dough, and turned out pasta flour was the best choice because it has the right amount of fluting to provide a strong structure. For the filling, we're going to use 8% of fat pork mince. Well, actually 8% of fat is not really ideal. 20% fat is probably better. To season the filling and the chicken stock, we have ginger, green onion, and other spices like star anise and fennel seeds. Put the chicken and the spices in a pot. Add water in it. Then we need to bring the stock to boil and immediately reduce the heat to bring the stock to barely a simmer. Simmer partially covered for at least an hour and a half, occasionally skimming off any foam that comes to the surface. Then we're going to get the pork skin from a piece of pork belly. You can either use pork skin or pig's trotter to make the jelly. Actually, anything with gelatin in it will be fine. So if you don't like pork, you can use beef mince instead of pork mince. And for the jelly, you can use beef tendon. Now we're cutting off the skin from the pork belly, and we're going to cut it into slices and add it to the stock once the stock is ready. After that, we're going to leave it in the fridge for a few hours until it settles. We now have the jelly made of chicken stock. Measure 250 grams of it and chop it up. Put it back in the fridge and we'll need it later. Measure 200 grams of pasta flour. Heat up 120 ml water to 70 degrees Celsius. Add 5 grams of sunflower oil. We're going to knead the dough for 2 minutes. It might be very stiff at the moment, but it'll be softer once we rest it for half an hour. Then we'll come back and knead it again, then let it rest for another half an hour. Now we're going to make the spice water for the filling. We have bay leaves, star anise, and fennel seeds. Add the water to 100 ml. Bring it to boil and add chopped spring onion and ginger. To season the pork mince, we add salt, soy sauce, sesame oil, white pepper, and we give it a good stir. Also add the spice water in it. Add a very little amount at a time, then stir it really well until it's completely absorbed. Then we add the jelly. The dough is also ready. Now we pull it and make a ring. Cut into small pieces. Each one is about 9 grams. The diameter is about 9 centimeters. We add a filling which is about 18 grams. So here's how we fold it. Keep folding until the opening is getting smaller and smaller. There we go. Now it's ready to be steamed. Steam it for 10 minutes. Bon appetit!